Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and this is an update to my challenge vlog, my 30-day challenge for painting up a bunch of new Necron stuff and also some buildings. And today's August 7th. I can't remember when I started this. I think I'm about 3 weeks in, so I only have about a week, maybe a week and a half left. Things like the server crash and getting ready for Apocalyptic kind of slowed me down a little bit. But no excuses. I'm still going to try to get these done within the 30 days. So today I officially finish assembling every single model. And so I want to show you the entire collection of things that I've assembled and painted so far. So let's take a look. So this is what we have so far. Now this is everything for the second wave that I've been putting together for my Necrons. And you can also see some buildings there. So I want to go over each of the things and give a quick commentary on how they assembled and what I think about them as well. So first off, I got the latest fine cast guys, the HQ choices. They're fine. They're fine cast, so you got all the little mold lines and stuff you got to clean up. But you know, after putting together these multi-part plastic kits, these things seemed really easy. Now, I didn't really get these for competitive play, just because, for the most part, just using regular overlords of Necrons is actually really good. I more got them just because I like to make sure I have everything. I just finished these today, the Canoptech Rays. They are really neat kits. It took me probably a couple hours to put all 6 together, so not too bad. There's lots of little parts. These whip coils, I know they're going to be breaking. I already broke one of them. It glued together really easily with plastic glue, but they're very, very thin, so they're kind of brittle. But I wanted them anyways, because I knew that's probably the upgrade that I would take most often. And these things, definitely, along with all the others that I've been putting together, they're very magnetizable. I just didn't want to do that for this wave because I wanted to get them all done. So I've got 6 of those right here, and these models are just neat. So, not painted yet, obviously. Then we've got 3 Canoptech spiders, the tomb spiders. I do plan on having more of these eventually, especially because now I see how easy they are to put together and how quick they are. They'll be pretty quick to paint too. The bikes, on the other hand, tomb blades. There we go. These took a long time to put together. I probably spent 4 or 5 hours just for these 6 models because there are a ton of little parts for these. But it's a really neat and intricate model. You can just see the detail of how like the head goes into that thing and the back goes into these, and these little pieces all go to that. And there's even some vehicle upgrades that I didn't put on it, things I don't think I'll be taking, such as the extra armor save or the extra ballistic skill. Just because everything's either twin linked or a blast, so you don't really need higher ballistic skills, so why pay the points? And then we've got the 2 tomb stalkers, basically the Necron walkers. These guys are really neat. They didn't take too long to put together. The trickiest part was the body in the seat. I actually figured out for the second one to do it a little different than they said in the directions, and I waited till the very end to add the body to it. But they're really neat. I didn't magnetize the bottom. I just put the heat ray on because I don't imagine ever taking anything different than the heat ray, just because it's such a good weapon. It's basically a heavy 2, 24-inch, strength 8 Melta. So I just don't know why I'd want to switch that out. And then of course we have the 6 flyers, which you've probably seen if you've been watching these vlogs. These are already fully painted, and I've left the bottom so you can exchange the bottom piece, basically this right here, so they can be either a Doom Scythe or a Night Scythe. That didn't even need to be magnetized, although it wouldn't hurt to toss a magnet in there, and I got 6 of those in total. And then I've been putting together some of the Imperial terrain kits. So I got 2 Aegis defense lines, so you get that much in one, plus the quad gun. And then you can see the quad gun, and this is the second one. I haven't painted that one yet. Then there's the Honored Imperialis or something like that. It's basically the statue. I had to do a bit of line or gap filling. It didn't go together quite well. Didn't have instructions on how to put it together either, so it was a bit of a puzzle. It was kind of fun actually to figure it out, because it actually is quite a few pieces, but they don't show you what to do. And then it comes with this eagle thing, which is just 2 pieces. This big one and this little triangle for some reason that comes separate. And then this little piece, just a piece of rubble, and it comes in 2 pieces as well. So those went together really fast, and they'll paint up really fast too. Then we got the Sky Shield defense pad, or whatever it's called. And this thing was a bit of a pain to put together because it has moving parts. And so things aren't put together perfectly, which in this case they aren't, like right there when I went to put it back up. You have to kind of squeeze it and lift it. I could have probably done a better job. Now that I've done one, I know the mistakes I've made. Like I thought, oh, there's a bit of a gap, no big deal. But that gap really affects trying to get these parts on properly. So if you ever put this piece together, make sure you line it up really well and take the extra time and effort to do that. And so it's a neat piece though. It's way bigger than I thought it was going to be. And then we've got the Sanctum Imperialis or whatever. And this was a neat one as well. It's pretty easy to put together. Some of these things were tough because they only glue on one side, so I had to get a big piece of sprue and have it holding it up from the ground. But other than that, it went together pretty fast. And it's a pretty neat piece as well for the table. So just trying to get these together to get a better idea. Also because there's so many new rules for fortifications and terrain that I wanted to, in our battle reports, to have access to more of these things. So I think that's everything. Yeah, so it's about 2,300 points of Necrons, if you count them as Doom size and not Knight size. And then we've got the 2 Aegis defense lines, and then the 3 different terrain kits right there. So that's it for now. I'm just going to leave it off there. My next job is to paint these. Today I'm going to base coat everything. The terrain, I'll probably give it a couple of the different colors, such as these. Sprayed them black, and then I dusted green on them, and then I dusted some brown on them, so they're pretty much done. I can probably paint that eagle and they'll be done. Because it's terrain, and on the battle reports you don't see all those tiny little details, so I'm not too concerned about that. And I'm not a details kind of guy. I'm more a tabletop kind of guy, which is perfect because we do videos. So I'm going to spray them all up today and try to get them painted as soon as possible, which should hopefully be done within the next week. So if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, go ahead and post them below. I know that some people have been asking me to show my entire army. Well, I'm going to wait till all this is painted to do so, because then I'll have roughly, I think, around 6,000 points of Necrons and about 8,000 or 9,000 points of Tyranids as well. And so I'll put them all out, and it'll look really neat. And then my next challenge will be to paint up another 100 Necron warriors, or I got a lot of other challenges ahead that I want to try out. So it'll be a lot of fun. So hopefully this is inspiring to you as well to get your models painted and get collecting and build up your armies, because it's so much fun. And with 6th edition 40k, there's a lot of improvements they made, so it's really gotten me more motivated and excited about it. Okay, I'll leave it off there. This is Matthew from MiniWarGaming. Happy wargaming.